Whoa! Hey everyone! Oh wait, the article is up. Let me close that right now. Hey guys, welcome. Good morning. Welcome to the Gundam Morning Show. Good Gundam Morning Show. Yeah, this is just me wanting to talk Gundam in the morning sometimes because normally I'd be over on Blue Gamer Monday through Friday, 8 to 8:30 Central, talking video games. But I've decided to do for now, and we'll see how it goes. Tuesday and Thursday is actually Gundam, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday is Blue Gamer. Um, we'll see how it goes. It's just because I will cover game stuff so much. Sometimes I want to spend time covering Gundam stuff. Different than the live stream, which will be tonight, the podcast, the show, the Gundam Explained show, where it's myself, Steven and Midnight Hatter talk about stuff. But hey, good to see you all. Jim Kill X, Wing Zero Duality, Lucas Garrett, good to see you. Ultronimus, and then 16XA on from Twitch. Cool. So everything's coming through that way, and it's cool because I can even see Lucas Garrett's little YouTube uh, join what do they call membership badge thing on there. That's pretty cool. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I know on Tuesday we talked about, which this is very interesting if you think about it. We talked about some of that Gundam movie news about this other actor, and I already forgot his name, even though I typed it into the title of the previous video. And it's interesting that a day later, we get something reported on Deadline, and it's an exclusive. So, just a few interesting things here going on. Nexus Point News said it had a source of certain things, right? And it's interesting how Nexus Point News has been right. I even did a video earlier where I was going through their previous things where they said sources say, and they were on point, except maybe one thing. But still, that's pretty good. But it's just interesting after Nexus Point News had this update about an actor, then we get this the next day on Deadline. It kind of tells me there's something going on there. And the reason I'm connecting these things is to give more weight and validity to movement of the movie, and to when we have other sources say their sources that they can't confirm with the viewers are telling them things. It's maybe we can take it a little more seriously. But the interesting thing here that I think a lot of people get caught up on is the Netflix situation. So originally Netflix, was distributing the picture. Distributing the picture is weird to say it like that, but was going to have it streamed on Netflix, still produced by Legendary, and then that got dropped. And I think there's some good with this. They're taking their time, and they're also reading the room. And I do think if you're going to make a Gundam live action movie, you need it to have it theatrical. So I think them deciding to go that direction, perfect idea. But then it's interesting that we get part of this news where they're just confirming Sydney Sweeney and Noah Centineo. I mean, this is more along the lines of getting confirmation out there of who's going to be in the movie. They talk about Netflix distributing it again, and it's like, okay, wait a minute. I thought that was going to happen, and that got dropped, and people were happy with that, even though, again, like there's all different spectrums of movies made on Netflix. There's movies produced by Netflix that they put on there themselves. There's movies other people make that then Netflix just puts on there. And then sometimes there's movies that are not made by Netflix, but Netflix, since they are distributing, depending on the weight of the production company, might be like, well, hey, let's add this or that. Something with Legendary is actually they're a Legendary studio that used to be under WB, they're called Legendary, is not going to go with something Netflix is telling them to do. Because what I think is happening is Netflix is going to release this Gundam movie theatrically. And the reason I think this is happening, it has to do with, the whole issue with the Paramount, Warner Brothers, Netflix merger situation that's going on where, WB could potentially be merged with Paramount or bought by Netflix. But one of the big main factors was keeping movies theatrical because they're like, oh, well, Paramount was going to do that. So then Netflix said, okay, we will do that. We'll make sure movies go theatrical. So Netflix has come back with a better deal for WB, where most movie pundits online that are covering this do side with Netflix being the one to purchase All right. So, and that's the other interesting thing. I know on the internet, a lot of people over time collectively hear and read things about, oh, Netflix this, Netflix that, maybe. And then you paint this picture in your mind. But because of a lot of the ways the movie industry is being shaken up right now, these companies are making big and different decisions. I really do think because Netflix is trying to appeal to a wide audience, to the optics, do the theatrical window, which depending on the movie we could see can make a lot of money if the movie has a low budget. Anyway, um, I could see them using the Gundam movie as a way to do something theatrical. And yeah, I think the timing is just crazy on this. Look, if this is just coincidence, it's some crazy coincidence. Because and again, I'm into filmmaking, so I do follow a lot of the film industry, the movie industry. I'm always fascinated where creators go, who's producing them, because you could see how much is more of executive decisions for creativity, or where a creator can do what they want, like a Quentin Tarantino. And Jim Mickle seems to do a good job straddling that sort of like being very creative, but also just making something sharp that works. I mean, again, I'm not into the Sweet Tooth series or the show. It's not my thing, but I've watched some of it and just a lot of different calls that I would expect to see from a well-crafted filmmaker, and I see it in his work. So that's why I'm happy about this. But um we will see. So rounding up what I think is going on here is Netflix is back in the game because they are wanting to start doing theatrical movies. They've already worked with Jim Mickle. They work with Legendary all the time. They do. Like Netflix works with Legendary a lot. And Legendary was already going back to, okay, yeah, we're going to be in the theaters. So for it to turn back around, it all just lines up. This Gundam movie, it has Sydney Sweeney. They're going to make it big and it's going to be theatrical. So, and I just want to add some other stuff. And it's kind of annoying sometimes when you go to research that and then you just see comments and replies. And the discussion around it is about how much people don't like Sydney Sweeney. And it's like, man, I think we all have to get over this stuff. Like, these are just people that have an ability to act. You might not like their acting. I mean, me, I don't, the skill of the acting to me is not as big of a deal as the expression used to just sell something. Like, even if I know something is weaker special effects, I will allow my mind to take that in if I feel like, there's genuine authenticity put into the work that I am seeing. And it's like I was talking on Men I Had a Show yesterday with Steven. I was watching that new, and I even forgot the name of it, something with an A, I think, that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon movie. They were talking on Joe Rogan about like filmmaking, the craft. It's my whole thing. I love that stuff. And then I watched the movie and it's really not good. It's one of those Netflix issues I was talking about where you can tell just the pacing, the way the movie was made. This isn't the full on artistry of the craftsman. This is, and it's fine sometimes. This is more of, hey, let's work together and make something that will work on Netflix. So look, I really think about these things a lot. I really do. And okay, so another thing I want to touch on is nowhere in this article do they say anything about the story, unless they change. Oh, here's something that's very funny. Originally, this line wasn't in the article. A live action Canadian telefilm called G Savior aired on TV, Sahi in 1999. So after this article came out, of course, Twitter, everyone was like, well, there was a live action movie before, which, I get it. I would do the same thing too, but I wouldn't. I would think, come on, we know there was one, but how many people know about it? I didn't know about it until I got into Gundam. So anyway, but it's funny that they added it back in, but it doesn't say anything about an update to a correction. They just added it in because they're like, who cares about who cares about what the nerds think about G Savior? I bet they're thinking that. Okay, so going back to what I was just talking about for a second was the Nexus Point news article talking about 08 MS team. So I spoke with Stephen and Midnight Hatter about this, but to me, that would be an amazing and neat idea, especially if they're thinking, well, what would Western audiences probably prefer more is probably the 08 MS Team style thing. Maybe, I don't know. But also, I feel like you could easily accidentally, for people, a lot of people that don't know Gundam, mix that up with just general Universal Century, that idea. Because it'd be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do something Universal Century. It's like 08 MS Team. I don't know. I don't know if that is the discussion, but I feel I just think back to discussions I have with people that know or don't know Gundam, and sometimes what I have to use to describe it. And I can totally see a situation where it would be reported on that it's 08 MS Team. Now, the main reason I don't think it's 08 MS Team is because, as far as I know, Shiro. So let's go Shiro Amada, and I'm pretty sure I've done this multiple times. Let's see. Nationality, Earth Federation. Okay. Because what if we find out he is not Japanese? But I'm pretty sure, because I'm going to be honest, if we find out it could be whatever. Okay, let me go back. Unless anyone happens to. Oh, Voodoo Crate, seeing her in this makes me not even want to watch. So as much as I've been dying for this, I'm probably going to skip. Well, it's too bad. I find it fascinating that people have so much emotional weight for a celebrity, which is only viewed through your phone, your devices. It's not like a real tangible person that affects your everyday life. So I don't know. I think that's weird, especially, again, I guess it's everyone's worldview, right? I already feel bad for the fact that I am doing all this stuff made with devices that slave labor had to be performed in order for us to get. So with that mindset, I try not to complain about like a celebrity. Like, it's, look, I have friends that say stupid things. I think celebrities get a chance to. And I don't even know what the Sydney, that's the thing. I don't understand what the Sydney Sweeney thing is, except for dudes that are thirsty and can't get it. I don't know. Ultronymous, I don't think Gundam officially gives a lot of people races, and we just have skin tone and names to go off of. So they don't say Shiramada is Asian, but the name makes it obvious he's Japanese. Exactly. So yeah, I wonder if would we know that quickly if I just searched? Oh, we know what he is. Shiramada. Let's see, nationality. She did that commercial that's promoting white supremacy and purity. There is no commercial that is promoting white supremacy and purity. Has nothing to do with people being thirsty for her at all. I mean, hey, if you could point me to where if you're talking about the jeans ad, there is nothing. If you can copy and paste the words quote by quote where someone is promoting, like, I hate this because I love ancient history, and Graham Hancock is a journalist who's been able to come up with some very interesting alternate theories to history, but archaeologists will go out and call him a white supremacist racist. It's what you do when you don't like someone and you don't have anything tangible you can really say critically, so you just throw out the biggest thing. Oh, they're racist or white supremacists. It's like, okay, so if that's the case, what do we do? I mean, I just don't get it, guys. I really do think it's people that are just thirsty and they're jealous that they can't get it. I don't know. GM Kill X, the jeans ad was hilarious. People are just baked. Thank you. I knew you were. I knew you got it. I don't. But here's the thing. Not like I really watched the jeans ad. I just can't imagine 42 years of my life that would be the case with the jeans ad. But look, guys, I've been searching, and I'm not saying anything. Let's see. What is this? Yeah, because I guess if I am reading this, oh, here we go. Check this out. Generally recognized as Japanese, though some sources suggest Japanese Canadian. But I remember that being for like Amuro or in the Yeah, so that's Gundam Origin Manga. Yeah, so this is AI overview. You can't trust that. Okay, so that's something interesting to think about then. Um, oh, that commercial was an homage to the one Brooke Shields did many years ago. I swear people are more emotional than analytical. Yeah, that's funny. Now when you mention Brooke Shields, that's familiar. I just yeah. I've seen nothing with her. I literally only have you guys as my yeah, same here. I think she was in the Madam Web movie, but I only watched like the first 30 minutes. And then I think I fell asleep or changed it or something. I have not seen anything else she's in. And that's the thing, like I kind of don't care. Like I almost wish there are these no-name actors in a way, just so that's not what the discussion is online because it's really boring. But I Gundam, this is highlighting Gundam. I think that's pretty cool. I think regardless of what people think of Sydney Sweeney, luckily she's not literally killing anybody. She's not doing any violent offenses, so I think we're okay. And if that highlights Gundam to get more people, that's cool. Zora Origami can, yeah, that's what I was saying. I think that AI thing was just off. But okay, so let me go back. I could like be off track all day. Noah Centineo. He looks like he could be Shiro Amada. I do not see them. And personally, I would prefer it to be as close to the source material as possible. If nowhere in the source material it says that he's Japanese, it's just the name, right? And Noah Centineo almost looks like him, though. So I'm very conflicted because could Sydney Sweeney be Ina? It would be interesting because I'd almost feel like, until later in the movie, yeah, I don't know. I just that's why 08 MS team just doesn't make sense. Again, unless it takes place during that time period, which could be what they're talking about. Voodoo creates LOL. I'm definitely not being thirsty because she's far from a type. I guess I guess I just don't understand why you would put so much value or emotional weight into not watching a movie just because of, out of all people, Sydney Sweeney. We could go down a list. I bet if you listed every movie you've ever watched, there's actors in there that'd be like, that guy's a pedophile. I can't believe you watched that movie. Does that mean you're a pedophile? No, we should cancel you. No, come on, guys. Come on. WebFox 100, Gundam is back with Netflix. Yeah, rewind and listen to my little explanation, my analysis of why I think that's the case. Let's see. Ultronus, maybe Amuro will be supporting and the main character will just be another dude on the white base like Alice from Resident Evil. So that is interesting, Ultronus. I don't think that's a bad idea. I guess that's what I'm trying to say, because wouldn't that be neat if they had a War in the Pocket style story and in the background it's like the white base stuff is happening, almost like when in MS Igloo, how there would be I think when they were on the Xeon ships and there would be the broadcasts talking about the Gundam and all that stuff. That's actually a really cool idea, especially if we get a chance to see in universe like propaganda stuff going on. I loved what they did in Solo, like in Solo where they had when he was going to, I guess, register, and they had all that Imperial propaganda. That would be really cool if they had that. Yeah, Ao Zora Origami. If Geppetto was in a movie, that would make me not want to watch it. Yeah, that to me is a clear distinction. Like, if there's really people that are involved in bad, like things that are violence on others, that's like, yeah, I'm gonna back off of that for sure. Let's see, Mari. Hey, what's going on? You still get the Gundam story, but get flexibility to do your own thing. Yeah, alternatives. I really like where you're going with that. I really do. And it's funny because I remember when I first saw the Resident Evil movie, I was like, okay, this is pretty cool, even though it's like, who's this character? I don't know. I think there's potential there. There definitely is. Okay, so let's move on from this. I think the biggest takeaway here is it Netflix is really trying to go theatrical? Well, let's just throw Gundam aside, just in general with this WB thing. This almost supports that. Okay, I had this other window open because, guys, I have not been playing GBO2 in a while. Let me know if you have. It's just I've played it so much, right? And then all these new suits come out, and then I go in, and it's like, oh, I want that one. Oh, I want that one, and I don't get them. And so I guess just over time, I've just stopped. I missed it, though. I think about it a lot. But, like, they've got this Hazenthally 2 Raw, and I love the design of it in here. I almost feel like that head, this very interesting head design, even though, like, let me look this up real quick, like a model kit version. Wow, yeah, they kind of got it. It looks like this almost goes for more of the UC Engage style head, because I feel like on this one it kind of comes down to a smaller, narrower, more Zeta like face, and this face is a lot more bigger and pronounced. Although, I love this style of AOZ artwork. It is actually different than a lot of things. Let me look at another one. Yeah, let's straight up look at a model kit. And I think it looks the same from what I can see so far. How can I get to the pictures? There we go. Yeah, it's a much smaller. And yeah, it's just a little bit. That's interesting. So, okay. Hey, Midnight Hatter, Steven, what's going on? Origami, there are actors who I don't watch film or shows that they're in. I feel like everyone has very more. Yeah, definitely. But I try to align mine with what I guess, like, there's considerations to make in life, because sometimes you never know what's online could just be fake. So it's like I try not to get caught up in, like, online drama, because a lot of it is manufactured on purpose. Ultramus, I only do the trials really for GBO2 at present. Those are just more fun for me. Yeah, that's, you know what, those are fun, and I think I forget to do them. They need to set those up, all that they've ever had, all the trials. They should have that as a list, and maybe have it where you can go through and beat them, and then get the start. Like, when I was helping out Bandai back when they were taking ideas from us, there were things they were listening to, and there were some things from GBO2. I was like, it would be cool if they added this or that, and I really do think if they took those trials and added it as sort of even a single player or co-op component, where you, just like the trials, you just pick it and then you can get a star status of clearing, so it can play like a single player game. But those trials are pretty cool. All right, so that's that. Okay, what I wanted to do real quick, guys, is we're gonna check out a mech game. Now, I was playing this over on Blue Gamer, but the reason I want to play mech games here every once in a while is, let's see. Oh, I gotta turn this on. Okay, I'm still talking. What could make the ultimate? Oh, I forgot which one. I think I had to click a certain one for this. The Ultimate Gundam game, right? There's so many mecha games out there, but I don't think they always feel like I would want from a mecha game. This one seems close, even though I feel like it's a little more of a lower budget game. Let's see. That's weird. It's like not a full circle up here. Like, I need to fix that sometime. It's not important right now. Okay. Let's see. Campaign, Act 1, I think I'm on this level. There's a lot of very Gundam-like designs in this.
It appeared that those ion cannon volleys,
and it does have a really cool story that goes along with it. even though I'm really just skipping. I'll go back sometime. I'm still getting a feel for this game, and oh, okay, this is cool.
Main system engaging combat mode.
You know what? I'm gonna do something. I think I might need a lower. Oh, I can't do that here. I might need to do that in the main menu. Yeah. Okay, I'll do that later. I was gonna change the frame rate since I'm streaming, but
are you ready?
okay. So
right now, the Celestaris has only VLS and ion cannon active. If you take out those,
I forgot the controls, but let's see if I can figure it out.
Multiple hostile battle frames detected. Releasing dummy decoy is recommended.
So
I'll avoid firing if
this
the cockpit
does feel
Don't
a
forget that Celestaris has
smidge.
an almost perfect
I'd
missile
say.
interception system.
Right, there are no weapons installed
hold
in the
up.
ship's belly, right?
Affirmative. But engaging at
Wait, how do I
close quarters
switch
is
to
very
the?
risky.
Totally forgot what button switches. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so it's fast, but it's like when you're moving the mech, it's not necessarily super quick, except when you're purposely going fast. And I feel like that doesn't make sense, but like I just feel like I have a little bit more control on what I'm doing here. Okay, let's see. Is that a bad guy up here? Missile alert. Oh, so it's a giant destroyer I'm needing to destroy. Oh, what was that?
Funnels deployed. Smart missile ready.
Oh, those dummies? That's really cool. Let's see, this is like a boss battle, and it's a ship. I mean, I would feel like if this was Gundam-y, I would have a sword, which I actually do, to hit it with. Let's see.
All of the
But I
ship
don't
missile
know
launchers are
if
online,
that's
except
safe to
heavy
do. Let's
missile
see.
barrage.
Let me char it up, right?
Enemy reinforcements confirmed.
Reinforcements.
Funnels deployed.
Alright. Back to the ship. Oh, what was that, like my railgun?
Morgan, Mirai, well done. The ship's main missile systems are destroyed.
Oops.
Only the ion cannon is left. It'll focus more on the ion cannon in usage, but don't worry. It's not designed to engage battle frame.
This feels really good to play. And again, this is called Project Nimbus. And it's a smaller game, you know, it's not like a full-on AAA big budget release, but it is fun.
Funnels deployed. Railgun is ready. Smart missile ready.
There's a battle frame approaching at
All right,
hypersonic
there we
speed.
go.
Damn it! Jennifer was not on
Hey,
that
Sneaky
ship.
Sama, good to see you. Ian, you have many names. This is a good question, Thomas. I'm pretty sure this is the complete edition.
Do not take
I have
her
to
lightly.
defeat Jennifer.
She's a confirmed ace. Morgan, keep the distance. Don't let her in the machine gun range.
Where's Jennifer? Who's next? Oh, it's Jennifer. Hey, Jennifer, don't run. Go back. Okay, do I have to take out everyone else first? Okay, they're just running away. That's interesting. Alright. And bam. Got that. Okay, Jennifer. I think it's just you and me now. Don't run away. Dang.
Funnels deployed.
Psycho drone. That's Gundam. Okay, let's see. I bet I have a special weapon I'm supposed to be using a certain way. I'm just not doing it. That's right. Shoot my decoys. Maybe I need to be a little more deliberate with my actions.
Decoys ready.
Oh, that's another way to change.
Not yet. I am not finished yet.
Okay, what was that about? Oh, there we go. I wonder if I can. Okay, I got an idea. Let me see. Holy moly. I mean, I'm getting hits, but okay, it's close. I think the game wants me to melee fight. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah, they want me to melee fight. That's for
Pilot
sure.
is safe. Main system will
Heartbreaker.
disengage from combat mode now.
Sorry, Jennifer. Okay. All right, so
You've done a very nice job
just
last
fun to play. I
time.
love,
We've
obviously I love
captured
mechs,
Jennifer
right?
Pereira.
Mech video games. This Project Nimbus is actually pretty cool. I would suggest if you're a mecha fan to pick this up. I mean, and it's different to me than an Armored Core. Armored Core is more of just an action game. This kind of has some mechiness to it. If that makes sense. I don't know if it does. But let me read the chat, then I'm going to get going. Oh, interesting. The complete edition is the default version after a huge release botch they did initially. Basically, if you bought the game within like the first few months, it was the wrong version, so you had to message them with a receipt, and they'd, oh, wow. That's very interesting lore there, Ultronimus. But guys, I'm going to head out. That was a lot of fun. And again, just for some like background information, my plan is to maybe be doing this, every Tuesday and Thursday. Just because, again, I love streaming Blue Gamer Monday through Friday, but I also was like, man, sometimes I just want to do Gundam-based stuff. And it's a way for me to like sometimes work on content, work on model kits. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to head out. That was a lot of fun, guys. I'll be back tomorrow on Blue Gamer. And then next week, Blue Gamer and back here and all that. Oh, yeah, tonight. Steven and I, for Midnight Hatter, will be on Gundam Explained. Luke Scared, I wouldn't mind a Gundam game based on the one played in Model Suit Gunpla Builders Beginning G. Oh, that is a great idea, actually, and I've seen that. Yeah, that is actually a good idea. They should do that. That'd be very meta. Anyway, I'm going to head out, guys. That was a lot of fun. I'm looking for the thing where I'm gone. Okay, see ya.